Well, convenience is a factor for a point, for instance, which is why you almost exclusively stick to an exclusive platform that pays developers a very small cut compared to the other platforms. That's a really silly thing to say, I would say. Yes, you can, but you need the money to do it. Let's just play on a medium map. Let's have one up here that's set to a Baron. Go Burger Ditas. My little Kobold. Epic does. Epic actually gives the devs the second best cut. Itch.io gives the best cut, and that's because the person paying can decide how much goes to the dev. Epic is actually a hell of a lot better to developers than people think. The problem is Epic's platform sucks. Like, it's just a really shitty platform is the actual problem. It's okay, we have fire, which is really strong against trees. It's very unfortunate. I mean, for probably about a decade now, I've been buying games on Desura, itch.io, Steam, Good Old Games, now Epic, as well as individual developers from their websites. I mean, it's just clicking a different icon on my desktop. It's not like it's a big issue. Heck, I actually own games on Discord when Discord sold games for a minute. I own games through Steam, Twitch's launcher as well, which was by far the worst. Out of all of the launchers, that was the only one that I actually fucking hated. Every other one's been kind of okay. Also, yeah, Good Old Games, you can load other clients' games into the client. Same with Steam. With a few clicks, you can load off-Steam games into Steam as well. It only takes a handful of clicks, so... I mean, if you're lazy and you want to admit that, then that's cool. But, unfortunately, the only person who's losing is the developers. I mean, Good Old Games gives a better cut to devs than Steam does. And Epic gives a better cut than Good Old Games or Steam. And itch.io lets you set the cut, so... So, I don't know. To me, it's just fucking sad that for some silly reason, people who play games are so brand loyal to specific storefronts. I mean, I own this on Steam, but that's just because that's where I saw it first. If I saw it on Good Old Games first, I would have bought it there. Wouldn't have sweat. Doesn't really matter to me. Games are games. I don't care where I play them. It's like, I understand the difference between different consoles, but that's because it's a $500 box that you're paying for. It's not like you need to buy a new PC every time you install a new game store. People are lazy, and it's incredible how lazy people are. It's like saying you will only... That almost looks like a volcano because of the smoke, because of the snow there. It's like saying that you will only watch video games on Twitch and never YouTube. But if you watch a video on YouTube once, you might as well buy games on a different platform. Besides, I just, I do the old-fashioned way. I just put games that I'm actively playing down at the bottom here. Video games haven't gotten more expensive in the last 20 years. They have gotten a hell of a lot more expensive to make. In fact, the prices of games have overwhelmingly gone down. If you go back into like when the Super Nintendo and Nintendo Entertainment System were out new, those games were the equivalent of about $130 now. Yes, but AAA computer games in the 90s were about the budget and team size of a average indie game. Like, Civ 1 was made by less than 20 people. So sure, they were $45, but they were also the scale of a $45 game now, so it actually hasn't changed that much. A $45 game in the 90s is about the equivalent of a $60 game now. I don't know. Game pricing arguments is the most silly thing on earth. Games are expensive, yeah, but also you get a lot of time out of them. This game was $28 in my money, Canadian money, right? I've already put more than enough time into it for that money to be worth it. No questions asked. No, I understood what you're saying, Blabab, and you're not wrong. But we're not talking about game prices here, right? We're talking about game storefronts. And there are more games coming out now, and there's more competition for games than ever before. A dwarven stronghold, and it's actually reasonable to take over. Sweet, we are potentially good to go. I just need some more slingers. That stupid fish man is taking over the villages I captured. Oh no! There's green! I must kill the green. They're on camels? Huh. They're defilement magic. I do not know what that is, but... I will just avoid them if possible. So you stay there. Wait a turn. No, it's not. Well, oh, sorry, I thought they were saying that League of Legends is the most popular game in the world. No, it's Fortnite. But, of course, free-to-play games are the most popular games in the world. Actually, that's not even true. The most popular game in the world is Clash of Legends or something, which is a Chinese League of Legends clone. I'd actually need to look up the name of it, but it's literally League of Legends for phones. It's owned by Tencent and only available in China. It's the most popular game, most played game, and the most profitable game in the world. It's a Chinese game. That's basically just like League of Legends, but it's a gacha game. It's probably pretty close to that Pokemon game, actually. Okay, so if we can catch this, we are gold. Because there's a lot of gold here. Scourge Lord troops, one of the new factions, all about draining life and land that runs out. Oh, sweet. So they're like humans then. Is that cool? Yes, but League of Legends is dwarfed by Fortnite, even in China. You are drastically overestimating how popular League of Legends is compared to Fortnite. Fortnite and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds are both more popular in China. Or rather, PUBG Mobile specifically. But I don't even know why we're talking about this. Who the fuck cares about those games? It's the beauty of all of the options that we have these days. There we go. So this immediately gives me plus 15 gold income. Make that into my home. Wait, what was the hot take? They're just like humans? Is that really a hot take? They go around sapping the life out of all the land around them? That's not really a hot take. There you go, Zychrom. If anything, we're in a cold mountain, so it's a cold take? I'll have 2 servings of a cold take. It sounds kind of tasty, actually. No, I literally need one more. One more gold. There we go. It's now a hatchery. I don't like these fish people chilling right here. It's not ideal. I saw the 7. Didn't see what the 2 was in front of it. I mean, I was thinking it looks like COE 4, 3, 2, and 1. But, you know, if you want to say it looks like a different franchise, that's fair. I mean, it literally has the same graphics as the previous games in this franchise, meaning I would actually say it looks closer to this franchise than Master of Magic. I would say it's like Master of Magic for lazy people. You know, you do you. Give me that fire drink. Some really weird sounding music playing outside. That too, Zychrom. This is an infinitely better start because I managed to get one of the Dwarven strongholds early. Alright, let's see. What's... Get me foretelling. Ooh. Well, there we go. That is our next spot. Doesn't look like there's anything on it either. Yeah, and it's mine. There's also a coal mine right there. Oh, hold on. Maybe not. We're getting attacked by the dwarves that were right next door. I have a summoner? Hold on. What? Pile of bones. Summons 5 long deads at the start of the battle. Oh, okay. 5 free units. It's not great, but... Just remember, that entire conversation stemmed from Blooblab being too lazy to install any other game store. So, I will say, if you are too lazy to install all other game stores, I would recommend installing itch.io for one specific reason. It has more unique, interesting things than any other game store. It is the only game store where you will get frequent game jams with tons of free, interesting, weird games. I've never seen anyone refer to Master of Magic as mom before, and it just hurt my brain a little bit. It's not complicated at all, this game. This game took me about an hour to figure it out. It's not hard at all. I mean, obviously there's a lot of unit composition stuff that I don't know, but it's not a complicated game. Yeah, they're all DRM-free. You know what's hilarious is how many people scream about wanting DRM-free games and then get mad when they don't have a launcher. That's actually one of the funniest things to me about people who play games on PC. It's just like, I want game to be DRM-free, and then you give them DRM-free game, and they're like, I want it to not be DRM-free. It's like, make up your fucking mind. What do you want? It is the most, like, people don't know what they want situation, and it's very funny to me. I don't like that yellow unit right there. Okay, so there's a dwarven mine right there. Alright, let's clear this, then we'll hit you. These long deads don't seem to be particularly helpful. I think I need to... I know you can, but most games that are not DRM-free come with a launcher. Having a launcher is generally a DRM feature. But yes, I'm aware that you can have DRM-free games with a launcher. It's just... that's generally not what DRM-free is. It's like, hey, we want the most popular, not DRM free feature in our DRM-free games. And yes, I'm aware that itch.io has a launcher. But it's like the same thing again and again. People want DRM-free stuff, and then you give them DRM-free, and then they don't actually want DRM-free. People just don't know what they want, is what I'm trying to say. And it's cute. I just killed that unit for free. Yes, but they didn't for years and years and years and years and years. I'm aware that they do now, cutest. You don't understand what I'm saying. And you also don't remember your history. They didn't for like 5 years. And nobody wanted to use it because, oh, it was DRM free, but it didn't have the feature that they wanted, so they didn't care. Anyway, you could, you know. I got plenty of kobolds here. I apologize. I have a shortish temper right now because I'm on 2 hours of sleep. Yeah, but do you have... Okay, so for years and years and years and years and years and years, I would tell people to use good old games, and then they'd be like, oh, it doesn't have a launcher? Yeah, I don't want to use that. Literally, like, that was the reasoning. And then Steam added support for third-party games, and then more people started using it. And then, they just eventually, like, got their own launcher, but it took them, like, a decade. Yeah, no, seriously. I'm trying to, like, reminisce on history here. And you're all like, but they have one now. Like, I know they have one now. What the fuck? That's not what I'm talking about. If that was what I was talking about, then I would talk about that. I'm talking about how back in the day they didn't. Like, good old games launched in, like, 2012, I think? And they didn't have a launcher until, like, 2016. And I remember it was, like, a huge deal. GOG Galaxy, they have a launcher now. Because, like, and they literally, like, their whole reasoning was, like, a launcher equals DRM. Like, we can't do that because that's DRM. And it took them forever to make a launcher that worked. So yeah, just let me reminisce without immediately correcting me. It'd be nice. I think that triple hit. Someone's doing all the heavy lifting back here. Yeah, and with every generation, people get lazier. It's kind of sad. Not gonna lie, it's kind of sad. I should have said it more clearly. That's on me, not you. Cutest. There we go. We got ourselves another shaman. Riz, let's send you up here. Go join that army. Okay, then I need to get a couple other single shaman just to like run around down there and capture all that stuff. This army can just slowly build up here. I'll have enough to make a Kobold stronghold next turn, which is good. Uh-oh. That's a pretty big army. literally can't buy a single other enemy. Yeah, okay. Well, they're just gonna hold that. Keep on expecting them to invade me, but they just haven't yet. Because they'd probably win that fight. Let's see if I can get those towns back. Really? I thought I... Okay. I thought I moved the other army. Guess I didn't. Now I'm moving the right one. Just want to capture these towns back. You did your dissertation on waning attention spans with easily consumable social media instant gratification? Yep. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily just social media. I think TV's got a degree of blame for that. Like, we've been going in that direction for a while. Yeah, I heard about that, actually. There we go. That gives us a bit more income. Let's get us another Fire Drake and another Chief. Chief spawns down here as well as the Fire Drake. Then we can go clear that wildlife out and maybe go get that gem crater up there. I think I'm just going to leave that army down here. And actually, the one thing I do have going for this run right now is we have a lot of money. All right, there's something else we can aim for. Let's just kill some piggies. Oh, sweet. I can grab that sorcerer. That's what I'm saving for. Question is, where did he spawn? There he is, I think. There you are. Okay. Do you guys think they're gonna attack me? They might. Let's find out. They don't seem too interested. Interesting. They have some sort of ability that, like, kills my line of sight. It's pretty obnoxious, actually. Or maybe it's like, because winter? What are we summoning? Snakes. Not the most helpful place to be summoning snakes, I'm not gonna lie. That's what you get for being a bile summoner, or shaman, I think. Just shoots poison over the walls. I mean, I'm doing the attacking. I thought these guys were gonna attack me, and they didn't. So I'll be honest, I was pleasantly surprised. You know, if you could just, like, throw those snakes up on the walls, that would be very helpful. Instead, what you're doing is kind of not helpful, man. It's basically, yeah. See, now that's what you gotta do. Summon the snakes on the other side of their arm. Get them! Summon some red kobolds. And let's go with this guy. Yeah, that shouldn't be any problem up there. Yeah, these guys have some sort of ability up there that just like kills my line of sight, and I hate it. Just want more fire drakes. Archers are padding their kill count? Yeah, by sniping all of my snakes. It's okay though, we won. The enemy's gonna have a much better KDA than us though, no matter what we do, because we're just feeding their kill count. Uh-oh. And now we're under attack. Let's see how this goes. Although I do have that bile soldier. See how you do. Shoutouts to that poison, because it's all I got. Man, they took out that barrier fast. Alright. Summoning snakes. If we win, it's literally because of this bile. Bile, boys! Get him! I think we win. They thought you would siege me. Did I lose my... Oh, no. Oh, no! I lost my bile summoner. Sedge. Bible thump. Actually, no, I didn't. Thought I did. Oh, no, I definitely did. It's okay, I got this army incoming. That's gonna be much bigger. There we go. Just mix those armies. And send you straight up that way. And then they leave, see? Told you so. Was surprisingly effective. I mean, who doesn't need a good old-fashioned vomit soldier? Although you could almost just say that about kobolds in general. Surprisingly effective. I mean, I would definitely buy more bile boys if they were available, but they're not, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't see any of them. It's kind of random what you get based on the dragons that you happen to have hanging around. Let's see if we can get some dragons. We're just going to kind of hang out until I can spawn in some dragons. Now I have a dragon. What'd you come with? Ooh. Pile of bones. Someone's 5 long deads at the start. You know, I'm actually going to leave that on the dragon, because that's actually quite helpful for the dragon. No commanders available. 1 black cobalt marauder. Has the assassination dagger of filth, which is quite helpful. Oh, looks like my dragon's doing some work. Decided to go kill some snakes. Summons 5 undeads, immediately kills one of his own undeads. That's funny. Ooh! Sorcerer! Where's that sorcerer available? Basically at our lair. And, oh, up here. I see. There we go. What do you have? Frost Magic level 2. I don't know who Papa Nurgle is, but I will smile and nod in agreement. I mean, then they're just fiery suicide bombers, yeah? Let's just see if I can clear out all of these independents. Ah, okay. Yeah, I am not a Warhammer person. Some 40k jokes I get, but yeah, I don't know anything for Warhammer. I prefer to you know, not pay billions of dollars for shitty plastic models that are gonna end up in a landfill. Not really my it's not really my shtick. Ooh, another pile of bones. Ooh, I like that sorcerer. That's a good sorcerer. Stay frosty, sorcerer. Yeah, this dude's good. Shoots icicles at people. Even though that appears to be doing almost no damage. Or being super inaccurate, one of the two. Just the PC games? I'm so sorry, because the PC games are absolutely terrible, in my experience. There we go. We've actually got like a bunch of good forces heading out now. You have to like Total War for that, and I really don't. Let's hope that we can fight down to this coast here and then hold this line. Yeah, Dawn of War 1 was also like 20 years ago. When did Dawn of War 1 come out? That's like maybe the last Warhammer game I genuinely enjoyed. Outside of Space Marine, which I played through and finished in like a sitting and then never went back to. I bought it for like $2 on a Steam sale at some point. I mean, sure. The Gothic Armada games are alright. I wouldn't say they're stellar though. They're fun though. I guess my problem is I don't really like large franchises. Any large franchise thing to me is just kind of boring. Because it's like, well, I mean, it's still just that franchise, you know? And if I'm not heavily into that franchise, it's just like, who cares? Who cares? And the shitty games kind of devalue the good games to me. So it's like, I don't know, I'd rather play something that's completely not associated, that's great, that isn't shitty, you know? It's like, I'm a big Aliens fan. I really like Alien. So I will try and play any Alien game, and I'm always disappointed. And because of that, even the decent Alien games are kind of shit. Because I just expect them all to be bad, and they generally are, and I'm usually disappointed, and it's generally a sad time for me. let's make you into one big army. You can go fight that iron mine. So I always expect the Alien games to be bad. But they also don't come out all that often. So fortunately for me, even though I'm a tortured fan, I don't need to deal with it all that much. I'm a B, C minus movie? That's about right. Why do I need to change your mind? I've never understood the change my mind. It's like, I want to have an argument with you. It's like, okay, but I don't want to have an argument with you, so fuck off. It just immediately makes me not want to talk to you when people say change my mind for whatever reason. Let's just buy some archers up here in this mountain. And hope that those guys fight me. You know what? Let's just put all these guys into one squad. Send you over here. Alien Isolation outstayed its welcome. It was too long. What the fuck is going on outside? Someone's playing YMCA outside really loudly. I was just sitting here like, what the fuck am I hearing? There's literally someone just playing YMCA outside. That's... My neighbors are having a party, I suppose. I guess it's 1 p.m. on a weekend. Once I have an action point. Next turn, we can make that into a Cobalt Stronghold. This is also a pretty decent army. This one, 2. This one, 3. Suddenly, 2 enemy armies appear. Giant stacks that are stronger than my giant stacks. They just like pop up, threaten me, and then back up. Well, I'm in Canada, so that wouldn't make any sense. Also, I've never even heard of that. So, what even is that? There we go. See how this goes. I've stacked as much as I can. So we'll find out. Oh, that's June here. That's when all of the LGBT pride stuff happens here. It's all of June. Like the entirety of June. I actually liked the AVP game that came out in 2010, which apparently has overwhelmingly positive reviews now, which I think is kind of shocking. At least on Steam. I have a feeling some people bought it really cheap. And if you get that game for like $5, it's probably great. Ironically, I have that same album because I bought it for 90 cents audio, so I theoretically could compete. Or I could put on like Never Gonna Give You Up and just like blast it back at them. Maybe I'll do that after stream. It was delayed thanks to COVID. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I think all of our stuff just happened in June. I don't know, I didn't go outside much in June, but I do remember hearing something on the news about that happening. I don't know, I don't pay attention to public events, so it's not really my thing. These guys are just undeads. We are killing them, though. As long as they don't start summoning new dudes. I think we got this. Especially considering I got my sorcerers at the back. Good for you, though, that you got it, though, Bloodlab. My second shot back in April knocked me out for 24 hours. Wraith Crown! That just summons a bunch of long deads, I think. Let me double check that. Yeah, summons 12 long deads at the start of the battle. I like that. That's really good. Now they're playing some song I've never heard before, but similar kind of boppy tune to YMCA. Almost makes me want to go close the window because it is kind of annoying. Oh, found yellow. Oh, there's blue. Just as scary. Okay, well, figured out where yellow came from. Up there. Oh, they're attacking us. You know, even with these Bile soldiers, I'm not super convinced that we will be successful here. Oh, that's good. I mean, I have very little sympathy for people having sore arms from the shots because I give myself 4 injections a day. And so my thighs and my stomach perpetually have that soreness. So, like, the sore arm was fucking nothing. That was child's play, man. So I have very little sympathy for that. I'm just happy to hear people getting their shots. Also, speaking of music, my aunt reached out to me and said that her grandmother, so my uncle's mom, is getting rid of a whole bunch of old Hindi records. It's like East Indian pop music and traditional music. And they just want to get rid of them. So I get to go through a bin of that, which will be fun, I think. I think we're going to win this. Don't quite know for certain, but we'll see. But yeah, I told them what record store to go to get rid of all that stuff. I mean, I always joke with a friend of mine who used to have problems with heroin that I get to give myself more injections than they did just to stay alive. Because on average, someone who takes heroin needs a shot every 48 hours. So for me, it's just like, yeah, all you're a bunch of pansies. How did yellow cross the water channel? It's shallow. See, it's got the rocks. It's shallow. No, I want you to go this way. Go find yellow. Make that into a kobold stronghold. And I'd summon a dragon, but I don't actually think there's enough kobolds there. No, there isn't. So instead, what I will do... Which one is that? Ah. I also bought another sorcerer, which is going to start building up an army over there. But yeah, no, I was wondering that myself, Sonic Jugs, and then I realized, yeah, that they're Fords. Alright, so now the question is, can I win this? Well, chat, I need a round of beers for good luck for all of these kobolds going into battle. Because they will need their finest potions. We're going to war. We need your finest hype train. In this case, just beers. I think I should speed this up. It's gonna take forever. I suddenly lost all faith. Although, like I said, I do have like 4 sorcerers at the back, so hopefully my kobolds soften up the main line, and then the sorcerers at the back will do some work. Because I have this guy who's got a bunch of items on him. I've got a red sorcerer with a bunch of fire spells. Got all the long deads at the back. Got a blue sorcerer with a bunch of ice spells. Hopefully they do something. Got like 4 sorcerers at the back, so. You know what? It kind of sounds like a typewriter when they're fighting. Kind of just sounds like a typewriter. It's like an old-timey typewriter combat. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Like, look at those. The second the sorcerers get into the mix, it's like, ooh. Also, then it freezes them, and then my kobolds actually get to get some hits in. Do you guys think we got this? I think we got this. Maybe? Fire magic isn't quite in range yet. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. Fire magic's in range. We're suddenly splitting them down the center, which is helpful. Ooh. It's gonna be close. Yes, there is indeed friendly fire. which is why Chain Lightning is really fucking dangerous, and AoE Poison is also really fucking dangerous. Ooh, well, you summoned those too late, man. What? I got ambushed by a tree. I mean, except here's the difference, right? Nobody here has bullets. You mean send soldiers at them until they're out of soldiers? That's more what it's like. Oh, these are just goblins. Shoutouts to those long deads being helpful. They got arrows. Touche. Arrows and spears, I guess. I guess the way that I gotta do this is I just gotta buy all of the special units as they appear when they appear, and then save money in between. And occasionally jump back over and be like, yo, buddy, Gib Durgan. You know? That's basically what we gotta be like. Also, can you tell me where things are? That's actually totally capturable. Uh-oh. How big is this army? Bigger than mine. Let's just send a big stack over here. Right, he takes that. Oh, I see. The big stack was underneath him. Let's see how this goes. Can do friendly fire with exceptions, yeah. What Grim Darn it said, yeah. I had a ring that put a ring of poison around its wielder, which I had on one of my sorcerers in the back, and he would just immediately eviscerate everybody around him, which was kind of a pain. Probably would be really strong if you had like something that was immune to poison and you stick it up front, but I don't know. I've just been enjoying watching these battles way more than I thought that I would. Like, when I watched the trailer for this, I was like, okay, like, the strategy layer looks fun, and I might enjoy the battles a bit. But, like, no, these battles have been fun. Also, sad face chat room. We just dropped from 311 subscribers down to 295. Sorry to anybody who lost those. Must be a month out of a bunch of gift subs. Boom. Although I have a feeling we'll recover next month. Because, you know, September is coming. Grab your gimp suits. Subbing season. Actually, that is a thing to keep note. If you're thinking about subscribing to any channel, not just mine, but if you're thinking about subscribing to any channel and you haven't before, like to a channel that you're new to, wait until next month. Because everything will be 20% off. It's time to make another army. Head up there, gather up all the troops, head up to here. Let's see how this goes. That's completely surrounded by wildlife. That is kind of whack. All right, so I think we won this one. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I've tried the trolls and the kobolds, and I really like the kobolds. But I just like kobolds, so I don't know if that's necessarily because I like the kobolds. I need to try the necromancers though. So like 2 out of 20. But I have a tendency to like get into something and then stick to it, for better or for worse. A lot of blue stacks up and about. Let's see how this goes. Try my luck. If there's any stragglers, we'll finish them off. Let's wait until next turn, summon a Durgan. Kobolds seem to be very RNG heavy from what I've seen. Like, it's very start dependent. Oh no, they're attacking me with a didgeridoo. These guys are kind of scary, but should be okay. Unless they fear us all away, in which case then we're fucked. Then why do you have TikTok installed? If you don't have TikTok installed, then it's much harder for them to write you. I made the executive decision when that app became big to just never install it and be an old man about it. I think it was the right decision. Although, every now and again, I'll log into Twitter and I'll see one and I'll be like, huh, that's creative. I gotta give people credit. They're very creative with that stuff. I have no interest in taking up more of my mental space with another app. Especially one that's just, you know, training AIs to recognize my face. Face. I can words. I can wordeds. This is a lot of collateral, but we got her done. Give me a Durgan. And make that into a Kobold stronghold. That's kind of scary. I thought that they would attack me, but they didn't. My Durgan decided to go do work. Oh. Oh, is this like a spam thing? Cutest? Is this like when I get random ass DMs from people on Discord that are like, hey, do you want graphic artwork for you? And I'm like, no. Fuck off. Where it's like, they're not actually DMing you, they're actually just fishing. Yep, they did indeed just eat my dragon. The dragons aren't very smart, and they sometimes pick fights that are really bad for them. Jesus, that's a lot of fire. It's a monster boar. $29.8, $29.8, yeah. $29.87. And got deaded. Man, this thing's got a lot of fucking HP. That meteor just killed one of my kobolds with it. If you missed it. All right, you. You know, I think that we're going to take this first. Never mind. Scratch that. There's a bunch of those there. Wait, what? What did that last thing say? Oh, I read that as Cobalt Wizards. I was like, the fuck's a Cobalt Wizard? Okay, so we need to collapse in on this. I need to see where this water is. All right, he's running away. That's good. That sounds kind of obnoxious. Does that social media have any way to block keywords? Like TikTok, for example? I kind of just wish it went with 1, 2, 3, 4 for speeds up here so I could easier, like, sift between them. Once I get a little better at this game, though, I would like to try some multiplayer with people. I need to use the restroom real quick. You guys watch this battle at normal speed. Back in a sec. Yeah, I'm sure. Cutest, because I have no idea how VK works. Is that a government social media platform, or is that like a separate thing? Also, Verbalix, what's up? But yeah, at the very least, like, in my opinion, Twitter would be completely unusable if it wasn't for plugins for Twitter. Like, if it wasn't for Twitter having, like, TweetDeck and then better TweetDeck, like, Twitter would be unusable. Ooh, that's what I like to see, just that big old boom. I have to work with the government? Gotcha. Yeah, so the fire spells do affect the blue kobolds, but they don't really affect the red ones because the red ones have some fire resist. But it's not that bad. I really like the animations for the meteorites. I kind of wish it was possible to, like, surround enemies. to have them come in from both sides or something. Oh, what? Are you by yourself? Not sure why you got ambushed, but... F that. Oh, I know why. That was the dude that I sent out on his own to go help. Knew that wasn't a wise idea. All right. Hey, B-Lug. Kobolds, ho! We're doing our bestest. Jesus. These things are tough. I don't like them. They're okay once you get into melee, but until then, they're kind of like a carnage field. Did I just lose my commander? I think I did. I did. Let's go get the remainders. Clear out the wildlife. Let's buy the shaman. And the chief. You have to spell your own commands correctly for them to work. I realize that that's a shocker, but... But how you doing today, B-Lug? Yeah, there you go. How do you forget that one? It's literally just exclamation point kobolds. Boom, Durgan. Now please do better than the last Durgan, yeah? The last Durgan was a little, underwhelming. We do have really, really good annual income on this run right now, though. Eat great food and had good conversation. I'm gonna go do that with my mom tomorrow. We're gonna go back to that area with all the craft pubs, and we're gonna go get more Korean barbecue because my mom wants more Korean barbecue. So we're gonna go get more Korean barbecue. Big is that army? Bigger than I want to fight with. Kind of just hoping I've killed enough of the local wildlife that they're not going to go invading me. He says that as they're invading me. In this game, moose are a bigger fucking threat than, like, most things. It's kind of crazy, actually. It's like you'll take over a town and then a single moose will take it back. This is actually a very Canadian game. Whoa, that's a big army. Does anybody know where the team who makes this game is based? What country? Sorcerer? Oh, darn. I was short 1 gold. Man. Think they're European? That's I mean, like, do you know what country? I kind of assumed that they're European based on the way they spell certain words, but... Whoa! The undead's left? Yeah, I will gladly just take that. Oh, they ambushed us. Didgeridoos. I don't see us winning a fight against these guys. I think we just have to starve them out and then overwhelm them. So next turn I can make that into a stronghold. Let's just kill those wild animals. They're in Sweden? Okay, that was kind of my guess. I was just sitting here and playing this. I'm like, I think the people who make this are probably from Sweden, but I wasn't totally sure. Also, B-Log, this is very important. What did you have for lunch? It's very, very, very important. I streamed all night, by the way. Then was gonna watch the F1 race, which ended early by default because of rain. So then I was sad. So then I napped for an hour and a half-ish, and now I'm back and streaming more. And I might do another night stream tonight, we'll see. Depends on how much I sleep this afternoon. But I'm going to go out on a limb here and suggest that nobody here is complaining about me streaming way too much right now. I find this really funny. It's like, what are you fighting? Moose and giant centipedes and deer and snakes? You know, just standard wildlife. What are you fighting them with? Meteorites and world-ending magics? Also, I just want to say thank you, because I haven't said that enough today. There's been a lot of new faces in the channel from this game, and also a lot of new subs, new and old. You know, people who've been around the stream for a little bit. People saying hi for the first time, so thanks for checking the stream out, and thanks for swinging by. It's always nice to have people around the channel to say hi to. And because of people who watch this stream, I'm fortunate enough to have one of the coolest jobs in the world. I get to play weird video games on the internet full-time. And get annoyed at Twitch chat and call it a job, so. Thanks for letting me do this job, chat. Boom! Ooh, there's a lot of dudes right there. I'm just happy there's people who want to watch Mirth. That's still something that I will never fully get used to, is actually like realizing that people like to watch my streams. Consider your beer held, Dat Calthor. Game designers are from Sweden. That's kind of what I was thinking. Speaking of people who've been around this stream too long, Carlo, thank you very much for continuing to keep this subscription alive for some reason. Thank you so much for sticking around and continuing to watch the stream. Really? Oh, it's not a greater mine. It's just a mountain stronghold, whatever that means. Can I buy things in the mountain stronghold? Oh, I can. By Bowman. Chat lied to me earlier. Chat told me that you can't buy units from different factions if you have their strongholds. Yes, you can, because I just did. Someone I was talking to about this game yesterday said that you can't buy factions units if you have their stronghold. Too long? I mean, 51 months is kind of a long time. Hey guys, we're attacking America. It's a fire eagle. Let's see how this goes. I don't know if I should be scared of a lot of these things, which is why I just attack them anyway to find out. So far, I don't need to be scared of it. We'll see. Maybe it's because we're not heavily affected by fire. I mean, you're only, well, you're less than halfway to, or you're past halfway to 100 now. Which stronghold did I take? Not enough of them. This army's super dead, by the way. I don't have enough magic to fight them. It's a hell of a fight. Shit's popping off on both sides. Chat, can I get a couple more beers for the 51 months? What have you been playing recently, Carla? Oops, what, Kicknick? Fight? If so, then yes. I mean, they attacked us, which means they probably have an advantage. The AI is generally pretty smart. They don't, like, just attack you for no reason. Although my Kobolds are holding up a fight, considering they definitely are stronger than us. I would say shoutouts to my Kobolds. I think they are doing A-okay, considering. We just have to outnumber them eventually. Like, if I had, like, 3 times the Kobolds in here, we would have won this. Because they're actually, like, just the basic Kobolds are actually doing quite a bit of damage to them. We just didn't have enough. But it's okay, we have a stronghold behind this where we can buy units. Whatever strongholds we get, as long as it's Stronghold 1 or Stronghold 2 or Stronghold Crusader, we're good. If it's 3 or 4, we're fucked. It was a mountain stronghold, which lets me purchase Bakomano dudes, these guys, which are just like bow dudes from what I can tell. And then they also have clubmen. And that fight was down here. And I have this army right here, so you know what? We're just gonna go fight him anyway. So we are having vengeance, hopefully. I did take out a decent number of them the first fight, so I have pretty decent amounts of faith in my dudes for this time. What do you think, chat? Do you guys think we got this, or do you think they're going to kill us again? I have a lot more ranged units this time. The Horde strikes back. Fight! My Kobolds. Our losses will be many, and there will be few, but they only have few, and we have many, so thus this is fine. You think it's bait? Really? I don't know. I don't know, man. My sorcerers are at the back, so we'll see. Even my Durgan's still alive. My slingers actually hurt the demons, which I think is kind of amazing. I think we got this. I think that the swarm is almost too much for them, potentially. Potentially. Assuming they don't summon units faster than I can kill them, I think we got this. Especially now that my sorcerers are in range. This guy's just like not even taking damage though. Oof. Yeah, maybe it is bait. Now that they killed the sorcerers. Close though. Fortunately, now I have a really good idea of how strong their armies are. It's not a fight without experimentation, you know? And I got these armies up and coming, so we'll fight. Uh-oh. More of them? I think it's like mostly us and blue left. Ooh, that's scary. Yeah, we've more or less discovered the entire map now. Now this is a fight we could win. Not like, you know, it's really much to say for us, but... Update, ants. Still fucking terrifying. I hate ants. Fuck ants. Such fucking assholes. Stay in your anthills, you dicks. Oh, hey. It's literally one dude. Mine. I'm glad that I'm not the only person who gets hero units caught out sometimes. Winter is harsher than usual this year. Well, that's not fun. We know that we're going to win that. We know that we're going to win that. I'm really hoping I can actually make some ground this year. Start getting some dragon spawns. Green Cobalt archers, blue dragon spawns, because they just fly up and over walls. So they're kind of awesome. More of those bowmen. Okay, we gotta... This. Forest creatures on almost every tile. Yeah, there's so many of them. I feel like sometimes there's like none of them on the map, and then sometimes there's just billions of them. Not really sure how to get rid of them, but... I want that mine. I can take it if we both attack it. It's this guy behind it, though, that's scaring me. That's also not particularly scary. You know what would be really cool? Is if my dragon decided to come help. That would actually be really cool. I don't think my dragon's gonna decide to show up and help, though. Let's build another army and send that up. It seems like most of the baddies are kind of up in this middle section. I have no idea how they work. I will be completely honest. When it comes to the forest creatures, they just kind of always seem to be there. I think they come from the great trees, but I can't capture them. I think I can... Whoa! How dare you take my Durgan? That's my Durgan. You douchebaggery. Get deadified. There you go. We captured Durgan back. I love it when they attack me with the didgeridoo. There we go. Another sorcerer. Also grab that fire drake. Let's just build ourselves a massive army down here. Send up another big ol' stomp squad. So that's what we need. Big ol' stomp squad. Never saw a game like this. It's a light 4X game with auto-resolving battles. It's very heavily based on unit composition. Ooh, we're fucked. It's a lot of fun, though. Fight kobolds to the last! Honestly, I just need to soften them up and then catch them off guard with a big army. Nah, we're dead. We are absolutely dead. Although I do have quite a few strong wizards at the back, so we'll see. Depends on whether or not my sorcerers at the back do anything. Is it something when you win strategy games? I don't understand the question, casual guy. Go, Koboldkin! Is it something for a person that's into strategy games? Probably, this game's weird. Like there's no diplomacy, there's no campaign, it's just like scenarios. Like you just set up how many AI you want or friends, and then you play in co-op or against the AI. And it's fun and interesting. I've been enjoying it. But it's very bare bones, but kind of in a good way. Like, it's focused. I don't know if I would just recommend this game to anybody. Maybe watch it a little bit and decide if it's something for you. But I've been enjoying it. I've put like 20 hours into it in the last 2 days. Although it is my first game in the franchise, so I'm not really super experienced or anything. So maybe it's a terrible one for this franchise and I would never know. How do you get stronger units? Stronger units have a chance of spawning every round. And the more abilities you've used to summon epic units, so in my case dragons, the higher the chance you have of having better units spawning. From what I've been told is this game is like a big expansion pack to the previous game, which came out 5 years ago, so... And in a world where it's cheaper than some Paradox DLCs, that seems more than worth it to me. All of the super negative reviews I've seen are like, oh, it's like the last game, but with a few more races and a few more zones. But it's like, that's kind of okay to me, in my opinion. But as somebody who's new to the franchise, that's totally fine. I could kind of see why it would annoy somebody who's maybe wants a little bit more substantial updates than that. I mean, I'm totally lifting what Zycrom said in my chat earlier, so if he's still lurking, he can be like, ha, you copy what I say, and it's true. Because, like, there's a couple new races, there's a couple new zones, there's new special units, there's new lore, that sort of stuff, but... You played Dominion, never see it? I've never played Dominion. Dominion's always looked like it's a bit much for me. Like, I don't really like the grand strategy, I don't really like the super min-maxy, that sort of thing. Like, these kind of, like, 3-hour games is a little bit more my speed. It's kind of the same reason why I don't like super big, long RPGs, but I really like, you know, 3-hour roguelikes. It's just kind of, I like a game that I can sit down, play through, and then be done with. And everything I've heard about Dominions is that's a game that you need a weekend for. Or 2 weekends. Well.
You suck.
It's a bit too hardcore for you. Fair enough. I mean, like, we could totally have some fun games like with this in co-op in multiplayer, which is something I've been thinking about maybe seeing if people are interested in doing next weekend. Here comes my other army. So the green guys are kind of the special units or the powered up units. And then certain powered up units can summon even better units on specific tiles. So I charge my patrons $7 a month, and then they get access to a bunch of sound commands. It's kind of how I pay bills over here. Rather than, you know, locking a lot of stuff behind Patreon exclusivity, people who support me on Patreon just get added benefits on the stream, as well as, like, access to voting on specific games that I play that next month and stuff like that. Because, you know, streamers gotta pay rent. And for groceries. Which, speaking of which, I need to go buy groceries, because I've been eating oatmeal and plain spaghetti for the last 3 days. Yes, I'm a full-time streamer. I've been a full-time streamer since 2016. Or rather, it's been the majority of my income since 2016, but I quit my job in 2018. But I was doing 2 nights a week at the job back then. And I've been streaming since 2013. I guess technically you could also say I'm a streamer and YouTuber these days, because I got almost 8,000 subs on YouTube. That's something. I make like $100 a month in ad revenue. It's not nothing. It gets intense? What do you mean by intense? I mean, it was like any other self-employment business, right? There's slow months and there's good months. Strange mist has appeared. The continent is covered by a thick, obscuring mist. It's almost impossible to know where you're going. Well, that's excellent. Intense experience? I would say the act of working full-time night shifts while trying to stream 30 hours a week was more intense than actually switching. It was kind of a relief. I'm not gonna lie. Because all of a sudden I could have a set schedule and keep it consistent. Instead of, you know, just working my ass off nonstop forever. Let's see, I bought another shaman, another chief. So yeah, I would actually say it was... Bronze the Demonologist has been obliterated. Well, that's cool. That was the light blue guys, I think. Meaning I'm not actually sure how many of them are left. Phew, the fog finally lifted. Next turn we'll make that into a hatchery so I can start spawning units there. And let's make that... Oh, I was going to say let's make that into a stronghold. I was actually just going to summon a dragon there. Ooh, shaman. Yes, please. Sacrifice a bunch of kobolds to get me that. That's a pretty big army of basic-ass kobolds. All right. Let's leave them up there and just let them accumulate more kobolds. One stone drake. Where's that mountain that I just captured? I think it's this one. Nope. It's this one? Yes. Try that stone drake. Blue dragon spawns. Yes. So now I have all of these blue dragons that can just fly up and over walls. They're quite high. They're quite helpful. And this dragon seems to have gone up here and captured this mine, which is actually kind of awesome. All right, let's keep bringing these guys up. I think that we're kind of running towards the end of this. But, yeah, I mean, streaming full-time isn't the easiest job, but I wouldn't trade it for anything, frankly. Not many people get to do this, so I'm very fortunate. Uh-oh. Why are you doing that, Durgan? I mean, that's very brave of you, but why? It's my dragon's suicidal, methinks. Why, Durgan? Why? So yeah, the dark blue guys are done. It's now just the light blue guys that we got left. Get more blue dragon spawns by a fire drake back there, and more of that. What big change, if I can ask? Big life changes are fun and exciting. I will say this, after working for myself for a couple of years, I don't think I'll ever... I will do everything in my power for the rest of my life to never have to work for a boss ever again. That's a pretty strong dude at the back there. So I'm inclined to feel as though that's a bait. That definitely is. Well, I overran them. Let's see if I can tag team them. If they don't take the bait and attack one of us, we're going to double hit them. All right, we're going to double hit them. Wish me luck, chat. I'm going to need it. Check this out. Who do you think wins, us or them? Those winged dragons actually like close the distance quickly, which is great. Kobold, strunk! Kobold, go! Kobold, fight! I think I'll speed this up one. I mean, I also have this all of these shamans and sorcerers at the back. So by the time they push through the majority of this wall, we're gonna have a lot of stuff at the back. I'm just hoping these guys are able to get into melee range and do a lot of damage to their soft, squishy summoners before they completely annihilate them like that. I did that in when I was 19. Well, no, I did that when I was 18, 3 weeks before I turned 19. So I lived together with that person for 8.5 years, almost 9 years, and then she left me. Now I've lived alone for 3? Fuck, yeah, almost 3 years. Moving in with somebody was the best thing I ever did, though. I'm very glad I did it. Even though it ended poorly, there's few things I would have done differently. If I had more control over the situation, I would have moved out about 3 months later, but certainly beats being homeless. I'll say that. Which I did. Wouldn't recommend that. It's the black dogs at the front that we need to get rid of because they're the things setting so much stuff on fire. But we're getting the melee damage in with the kobolds. We've almost killed them all up at the very top. If we can start breaking that line. Look at all that fire. I got my first full-time job at 16. I worked 4 jobs before I moved out. I moved out working 2 jobs, moved out for 3 months, ended up, the apartment that we were living in became unlivable. I was homeless for almost 6 months, and then I moved into this place with that same girlfriend after moving out of the first place. Then worked 2 jobs and started streaming, then quit one of the 2 jobs and streamed for a couple of years while working the night shift with an extremely long commute and getting almost no sleep. Eventually, finally started winding that job down. Quit that job, went full-time streaming, was extremely happy for a couple of years, got dumped, then got diagnosed with a shit ton of disabilities, and now my life just sucks. So yeah, sure, I've had an intense life. Also, the worst drug I've ever gotten addicted to is coffee. It's really funny because, like, the one thing I always return to with people when they ask for life advice, it's like, or not even life advice, but just like things that I've been to, it's just, I feel like I missed being a kid. It's like, if you get to be a kid, be a kid. If you get to just go party and hang out with people and not worry about finances or actually paying bills, do that as long as you can. Because I hear people talking about, like, years of just getting to be a young adult. I never got to do that. I completely skipped that. Like, even now, it's like, there are occasions where I get to, like, go out and hang out with people and, like, actually pretend that I have friends, but it's just not the case. It's these fucking things. These hellhounds, they're what's wrecking us. Once we can, like, close the wall to the hellhounds, we're, like, clear. But we're starting to surround them now because there's only 4 hellhounds left. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing pretty well these days, though. Like, all things considered, life is both harder but also easier than it's ever been for me, so it's pretty good these days. I'm very fortunate. I just really need to, like, quit being a lazy little shit and go outside and go grocery shopping. That's something that I really need to do. I've been putting it off. The dark colored units are retreating. We have done a good amount of damage to them. I just need to take out those hellhounds. And then it's just a matter of hitting their imps at the back. And I do have a few Bile and Frost wizards at the back, so. But you know, the only reason life isn't so hard these days is because people throw beers into my chat every day and help me stay funded. Otherwise, I don't fucking know what I'd do. Probably end up working at a restaurant again. Because nobody in the games industry would hire me. Because I don't have 5 degrees and things. Now I just get to interview cool developers and play cool video games. To anybody who's new here, I've got multiple interviews with Epion, who's the developer of Jupiter Hell on my YouTube channel, as well as multiple interviews with the developer of Dwarf Fortress, One Tarn Adams. I do a stream with him once every 3 to 6 months. I've also had the pleasure of chatting with developers of games like War Sim, as well as various other games. I think that we may have this. Because I do have all of these inner lesser fires, which are going to be strong when they get there. They've almost made it through the crowd. I don't want to get hyped, but I think that this might be like one of the last armies that this faction has. This might be one of the last armies that this faction has, based on what I've seen on the map. Like, look at those meteors starting to come in. You know, I feel like I'm the bad guys. I realize that they're literally like devils and demons, but I feel like I'm the bad guys because we are the, like, unrelenting swarm, you know? We are the unrelenting swarm, and they are just simply Satan. Fight, my unrelenting swarm! All of their hellhounds are down, which is what I said we needed to get down, and now the rest of their units are falling. It's going to come down to whether or not we can actually kill that devil that's up on the hill. Also, Devil on the Hill is my new metal band, by the way. Ooh, look at that. Man, whenever the slingers actually get in range, they do a lot of damage. Hey chat, can I get a round of beers for good luck for the remainder of the kobolds that are left, because they're going to need it. Just type in the word beer in many languages and we'll see what happens. You know, Squug, I would recommend this game to you, but it doesn't have achievements. So, I think you would get tired of it. Come on! Boom! Strength in numbers, I say. Strength in numbers. It's literally just going to come down to whether or not I can actually damage this dude. I'd swear that that works. Can you try the lowercase first half of that symbol, Cobra? Because I set that one up since yesterday. And Riz, the Kobold Shaman, has found a magic item, the Wand of Fire. Athletes, Hubergion. Bunch of magic items. Hell yeah. Well, we won that fight. You know what they're playing outside now? Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? That's what's playing outside. That's what my neighbors are playing right now. So shout outs to my neighbors for being a bunch of assholes and playing really loud music. I'm the guy that owns the 1 meter tall, 1 meter tall speakers and a record player, and I don't play music that loudly. I say, hey, what's going on? I say, hey, don't DMCA. I mean, earlier they were playing YMCA. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's probably just Sunday and they're having a party. Ooh, what's that? Oh, wow, I'm actually out of gold. Okay. Holy shit, that's a big army. All right, time to work down and go fight those guys because we got another big-ass army to go deal with. It almost sounds like they're doing some sort of karaoke thing. Because I'm hearing, like, other voices over top of it. Actually, you know what it might be? There's, like, a kind of an open seating area that was originally a smoking area that they've kind of, like, turned into a fire pit, practically.
Guess you can need it, Kappa.
Chat, can I get a big round of beers for Not That Casual Guy with that Prime sub? It's good to have you around. Cheers, man. Kobold Sorcerer for more money than I can afford. Unfortunately, that Prime sub wasn't quite enough to afford a Kobold Sorcerer. Their salaries are just too big for me. Oh boy. There we go. Did they attack me? No, they did not. You know what? Let's try this. If we lose, I got reinforcements incoming. It begins again. The big, like, brass hit is me summoning in units. Also, that brings us up to 281 subscribers. We're, of course, down from about 311 that I started with today. I think roughly a month ago there was a bunch of subs gifted, so makes sense. But like I said earlier, I'm kind of hoping that if I'm not being too ambitious, get back up to 420 subs over September. These guys seem to be very frost heavy. They're didgeridooing us, chat. That's what kobolds do. They make a lot of them. Cassie. So chat, just show of hands. Maybe just press 1. Would you be interested in playing some multiplayer of this next Saturday? I say this coming Saturday because that would give me time to actually learn another race. But if you did, you would. How are you watching me right now, then? I'm assuming on a phone. They do more dying than living, too. I just like people. But yeah, if you're interested in playing some co-op with this, I just kind of want to see a show. So if there is no interest, then I'll still try and find somebody to play with. But I would like to try some multiplayer of this with some people that aren't super experienced. Use a Mac? Well, you're in luck. This game has Mac, Linux, and Mac OS and Windows support. And it'll run on a toaster. You only need 4 gigs of RAM and 3 gigabytes of memory. I mean, do I look good at it? I'm throwing a bajillion Kobolds in on the slaughter. This also seems like a really good coffee break game to, use while you're waiting for things to compile. Oh, really? Going anywhere fun, Cassie? You don't have to share if you don't want to. I'm actually planning on going somewhere in September. I want to go away for a weekend. I'm looking at Victoria or somewhere around Victoria, maybe. Oh, hell yeah. Well, congratulations and have fun. It's always nice going home. Boom. So I gather I won't be seeing you around the stream for a bit then, and I shouldn't panic and be worried that I upset you for some reason. Also, this kind of goes without saying, but, you know, just anybody who's newish to this stream, we're also designing a MUD as a community project on my Discord. We're currently prototyping lore. Pretty soon I need to make a decision on what wiki we're going to use and then just start writing a wiki, because it's starting to get to be a bit much to keep in Google Docs. I think I might just cave and go with fandom, even though fandom kind of sucks. Now that's what I'm talking about. Look at those How do you miss with a meteorite? The hell, man? Zolko, the Red Kobold Shaman, has found a magic item. Crown of Golden Mastery. Gauntlets of Protection. Pile of Bones. The last commander was slayed by Burgerdidus, the Kobold King. And my Durgan's attacking some moose. Durgan must be hungry. Get him, Durgan! I mean, I don't know, but I've seen The Expanse, so I consider myself to be a bit of an expert on the subject, Casey. I like how every single time I lose a big army, it just drops. That's kind of funny. That's space, though? True. True. Is it really that different? I mean, excellent technology is indistinguishable from magic, right? For orbital speed, velocity. I would say that's even harder then. Like, I would argue that trying to aim a meteorite in space is probably harder than trying to aim a meteorite on Earth. Earth, you just need to point it in the general direction and let go, and it just goes, you know, splat and fall, right? Space, you need to, like, as you said, think about orbital velocity and all that, gravity and stuff. Not that I'm a space scientist, but, it seems complex. Complexicated. Complexicated. Not on your target. You make a potential very legitimate point. That it just falls randomly and not necessarily on your target. All right. Kind of want to do another one, but I'm also kind of really tired. And I need to go grocery shopping at some point. And I did kind of stream all night. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to go grocery shopping so that I don't need to eat plain pasta and, like, almost plain oatmeal.